Hi, I'm Caitlin Doolittle from the Star Observer and Western Wisconsin Journal. Today I'm here in the Hudson Grocery Co-op, formerly known as Fresh and Natural, and I'm here with the people that make it all possible, that can give us an update on the current work that they've been doing and some future plans they have in store. And to starters, can you guys tell me who you are and the work that you do and everything you do with the Hudson Grocery Co-op?
Hi, my name is Erica Welchenbach, and I sit on the board of directors for the Hudson Grocery Co-op.
I'm Joe Rullo. I also sit on the board of directors for the Hudson Grocery Cooperative.
I'm Chris Morris. I'm interim manager, helping them bridge until they get their permanent GM in place.
Perfect, I love that. For starters, can you guys tell us just what a co-op is and what their role is within their community?
Yeah, a co-op is a community-owned, basically a food cooperative. It's a community-owned grocery store, and it's owned through its membership. One member, one vote. So we like to call our members owners, actually. So there is an ownership. You actually have shares, and you can be involved. You can run, for the board. You have a say in the store. You also have the opportunity to invest in the store as well. So, I don't know if you want to add anything.
I'll add. So to become an owner for the Hudson Grocery Co-op, it costs $80 one time. It's not like some of the other club stores where you pay an annual fee. It's just one-time membership fee, and then you have an equal share in ownership as anybody else. So one of the things that co-ops are founded on and really stand for is supporting their local economy. And so we live in this really wonderful agricultural area, which allows for us to source a lot of local products. So when you come into this store, that's one thing that's going to be different shopping here versus a chain store is you can find things that are grown, just a couple of miles away, somewhere in the St. Croix Valley, and it's not necessarily trucked a lot of miles to make it here. We do have stuff that you can find that are in more of the larger grocery stores, but we really try to source from local vendors as much as possible. And then the other thing is we try to support our local economy as possible. So you see that in the sense of we try to hire local contractors in this store. We, hire local workers. We try to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to support the local economy, keeping our money right here. And then another thing that is different about co-ops is we want to make sure that we are supporting our community. So through educational programming and different partnerships within our community, you'll see different co-ops, and what we're hoping to do with Hudson Grocery Co-op is to become really a focal point within the community as somebody who you can look to as propping up what our community stands for.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you for the little spiel about that, in case some people don't know. Can you kind of just tell me about how the Hudson Grocery Co-op started? And especially, did it start in 2012? Am I correct with that? Or,
Yeah,
okay,
in
cool.
2012, there was a group of friends that got together at a park, and like a lot of us had probably already always thought about a co-op would be really great in the community. There's lots. We're kind of in the heartland of cooperative groceries. As you're familiar in the city, there's quite a few of them. And they got together and wow, we should get a grocery store going. So they started that, and they incorporated, I believe it was May or June of 2012. And it was later that year, myself, I'm owner number 64, became an owner. And the membership base, or the ownership, base grew quite a bit. They grew up around 600 or so members by the end of 2020. But as things were a little bit, challenging during that time, things were slowing down, but not just because it was 2020, but for other reasons. Co-ops take a while to grow. Lost some of the momentum a little bit, probably. People probably started thinking after a while, oh, what's going on, what's going to happen? So a few more folks got involved, including myself on the board, and just started looking at things well, we don't need to, probably change too much. Just look at what things are working, what things aren't working, what can we do? And so we just started, working. We had one goal: get the ownership base growing again, confirm the community would want a community-owned grocery store as a cooperative, and we started getting the momentum going. In that first year, 2021, we had the largest growth in records. So we're okay, this is good. We can maybe do this. 2022, we beat that year.
Of
It's
course.
now we got to get serious. We have to start planning.
Right.
And so then came the discussion around, we need to start thinking about a site and
Right,
doing a
absolutely.
market study and feasibility, market feasibility study. And that was really great. And so then we came upon this opportunity recently, and then it became a reality of December 1st in 2023. So
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
And somebody said to me on November 30th, said, well, Joe, congrats to you and your board and all your work, because now the real work starts. So,
Perfect.
we're like, wait a minute.
After 10 plus
like,
years,
what?
perfect. Well, that's
Yeah.
perfect segue into my next question. Since opening in December, what work has been in place? What have your team has accomplished so far?
Yeah, do you want to take some of it, or you want
Some of it, I guess. I mean, well, kind of after the fact. So, I got here in January to help with the team, and can't thank the staff here enough. That's been working here with Fresh Natural for years, and really been a roller coaster of a transition. As always, and. But the biggest thing was just taking care of them and supporting them in some of the changes. With just ordering and suppliers, and then getting inventory really filled up was our first focus. So I think that's been the most noticeable thing, is just getting the shelves filled back up and merchandised. And we joined National Cooperative Grocers, and that's been a great partnership because we're part of a co-op of co-ops. 160 plus other co-ops across the country. 220 store locations. So. Kind of been onboarding with them and some of their programs, and it's enabled us to improve our buying power, and reduce prices in the store and get some new promotions, and then really just kind of looking ahead to to some of the the updates that we'd like to see in place in the store, which maybe Erica can speak a little bit about those. And
Sure.
Anything I missed?
Yeah, I can talk about, so as Chris mentioned, we recently became a member of National Co-op Grocers, and so that's an organization that they encompass more than 100 co-ops across the country. And with that, you get group buying power so that you're able to purchase things in bulk. They negotiate sale prices for you, so we're able to compete more with the national change. It's something that independent grocery stores, as this was before, isn't really able to participate in, and it's really an advantage of being a co-op. So for those of you who are used to shopping at Fresh and Natural, you probably saw there were frequent sales where you would get 10% off the entire price of your cart. Well, now what we've done is we've lowered prices on a lot of items throughout the store, so no matter what day works for you to shop, you're able to get a lower price than what you would before. We also have co-op deals, so these are twice a month. The brands and the items will change for items that are going to be on sale at a really great price that you can probably find that's going to compete with a lot of the national stores. So it's a great way for you to come in, fill up your cart, get the things you need for your family on your grocery trip at a lower cost than what it would have been before. So that's something that's kind of a differentiator for us versus what we were before when we were just Fresh and Natural as the store. So that's probably like the most impactful to people as they come in and shop, is that you're going to be able to get more for your money than what you were able to get before. Another thing that's different is, we bought a store that it needs some updates. And so when we look at things like the cash register, point of sale system, and the freezers, like we're looking to update those to be like a little bit more like top of the line, technology friendly, or energy efficient items as well. So you'll see there'll be new point of sale systems coming in within the next couple of months that'll actually allow anybody who is a co-op owner to enter their owner number when they're shopping, so that you're able to eventually earn patronage dividends on your purchases. So that's an exciting thing that's going to be a little bit different. The other thing is when we're looking at like the freezer space and the produce sections, we have a lot of opportunities to update that equipment to be more energy efficient and like allow for better savings for the store from an energy savings as well. So that is something that we'll see probably in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, as we're going through our plans and finalizing our fundraising efforts to be able to make that make it happen.
Awesome. Yeah, and I've also heard there's like rumblings of a grand opening potentially. Can you touch on that and just some things that you want to see done, accomplished before then? Anything you're looking forward to?
It's a great question. It's our number one question, right? When's the grand opening? I know there's people that have been big supporters of our organization and the movement, even that want to come from afar, to be here to celebrate with us. And we want to too, but there's a lot of things that need to come in place, like Erica said as well. Big one too is just the signage change, when the rebranding's done. But I guess that's something the board's going to discuss here next week when we have our board meeting. We were hoping for around April, May, but it's probably going to be a little more June, July. I'm anticipating, just because quite a bit needs to happen over the next couple of months, but it will be great. I know other co-ops, what they've done, and Chris, you've probably seen this, is when we do have that ribbon cutting, it's not like just do it with a few. You bring all your owners, bring your community, and bring hundreds of people, and just celebrate that opportunity. So something we look forward to. But at least the good news is it'll be warmer, so should be hopefully good weather. So,
Absolutely, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, I love that. Well, I will definitely be there
Yeah.
just to see it all. It'll be really great. And a question for the group: is there anything that you are particularly excited or particularly proud with their work with the Hudson Grocery Co-op?
I think, just coming together. I mean, that point of, going back a few years when our growth really slowed down, and it was like, wow, we just have this one goal. Does the community want a co-op? And seeing that going, and just, that was really amazing. And so that community movement through our ownership, and then at the end when we were here, and we had this location that we talked about on December 1st that we opened. It was less about a site, and there's great people, staff that work here, and that it was really like an aha moment that they want to stay here and they want to be a part of this too. So it's that whole movement up to that point, I think, has been really great for me and a lot of us. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think, Joe, you really hit the nail on the head there. And I'm not one for sports metaphors typically, but I used to run track, I ran relays, and then I think about like how we got to where we are today. This really has been like very much synonymous with the relay race and passing the baton. There's a group of original owners who got everything started and kicked off the effort, and then other people who kept us going, built community involvement, built really a lot of enthusiasm within the community for the store. The people who, really kind of crossed us over the finish line as we bought the store, and the staff as we're taking it up now and is actually, running the thing, implementing the changes, making sure that we're doing what we want to do for our ownership base and for the future of our store. It's been just a really amazing group and community effort, like over a decade in the making, to get us where we are today. And we've got a lot of really great things coming in the future.
Yeah, one little comment, then I'll pass the baton to our great teammate. There was one of our owners came through that was shopping too, and I remember through one of my discussions with him and just talking about how much work goes into this, and the volunteers are amazing. The board, all the volunteers we've had all the years, all the batons that have been passed, and we couldn't have done it without that. And at the end of my conversation with him, I was explaining, we had some bumps, in December and January. We're not going to deny that, and with any business, and we frankly. You don't want to take over a grocery store in the middle of the holiday season. It isn't ideal. Usually have twice as much time to run a silent campaign. Usually have twice as much time to prepare for such a undertaking. But when I talked to him about some of the opportunities, he was really excited. And at the end of our conversation, he's like, "Oh, you do this out of your kindness of your heart?" It's like, yeah, absolutely. It's something that will perpetuate on and that we can all be proud of someday. So.
Last but not least.
No, and I guess one thing I think of is just, it's proud to be able to see, the fresh and natural, live on and breathe new life into that and carry forward, what the Larson family had built, and the team here has been, putting their sweat equity in for years, and and also to keep that independent, locally owned option alive in the community, because you see so much consolidation in this industry, and the big chains are gobbling folks up, so to be able to. I hear that gratitude every day from the shoppers that have been, supporting Fresh and Natural for all these years, and just exciting, to see consumer owned now, and just to enhance on what they've been doing, and lower prices, bring in new products, just to build that excitement.
Yeah, absolutely. The hype is real. I'm definitely feeling it for sure. Well, thank you so much all for your time and taking time out of your busy schedules and passing that baton forward and hopefully getting to that finish line. Sorry. Well, thank you so much again. And this has been Caitlin Doolittle from the Star Observer and Western Wisconsin Journal.